Hello! We have another testing game here. It is 4:53, August 2nd, 2023. A match on Yukon. Team 1, Rymark, Hunter, Apocall, Corbeau. Team 2, Prophet, Subtle Hubris, John, and the Blue Halo guy. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP, as is standard and demanded in the age of Testulous. I am rambling, obviously. Some a little bit of sick, nasty Halo jams going on in here. Yeah, there we go. On Yukon, big rock in the middle, bunch of little rocks all over the place. That's the map. Middle point. 2 points on one side of the rock, 3 points on the other side of the rock, including that middle point. Most of the fighting ends up happening around the Charlie Echo line. Because generally people stay out of this area unless they're actually jumping onto Alpha. Because generally it's fucking suicide. Tune the tunes a little bit. We're just waiting on John to ready up. Here we are. I think we're dropping down the OSP. Yeah. Shuttle group here from Subtle Hubris. It's his cringe as fuck emblem he's got there. He's got 10 shuttles. 2 groups of 5, I believe. 6, 7, yeah. 2 groups of 5. Rocket shuttles, 10 points. Pretty basic, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Also has some bodies floating around, 1 jam shuttle as well. Prophet's got a pretty well-rounded fleet, actually. 450s on the port on these 2 liners. MLS 2 on the starboard. And a couple Pavis, a couple Bastions, and a EWR and an LRT monitor. John's got a Frick Blob, 250s on the nose, 100s on the sides, jammers, PD, a couple torpedoes. This is a build and a half. That's going to be good for fighting voxels, which unfortunately it's also going to be bad for fighting voxels since it's tugs. And it's going to be good at fighting sprinters.
The enemy is securing zone box.
And the Blue Halo guy has plasma 100 mil. 4 plasma 100 mils. 1 scout. And 1 little war tug here. Rymark. Rocking. Nice torpedo turret. Oh, hey, and it's got all the visual effects have been added to this. Nice, nice. It's not just a black box anymore. Very cool, very cool. Rymark walking the torpedo sprinters.
Secured zone dagger.
No idea what he's got. The Jaded Essay. That's a good name. No idea what he's got inside of him. And he's also got a gun voxel. 250 on the back as well. A little bit of DC, not a lot. Hunter's rocking the Empress again.
The enemy secured.
Venerable beam battleship.
The enemy is securing zone comet.
Couple scouts. Corbeau has a pair of fighting voxels with Mark III hybrids on the backside, maybe? Just torpedoes on the backside, actually. Ewar frigate with a Sarissa on the chin. And 2 of them, actually. It says 2 Sarissas. This also has 2 Sarissas. I just looked at it wrong. I read this as another jammer. Apocall, just interesting. 450s on top, beam on the bottom. Stonewalls and defenders, double Axford. That's pretty cool. Potomac and the Rio Grande. Beam on the bottom on 2 ships. I've seen beam underslung on 1 Axford in a fleet.
The enemy secured zone combat.
Usually don't see it on 2. If you've got 2, you got 450s all the way around. Or you're me and you're playing rails. That's kind of it. Nobody else really does that. Since the tug swarm's already eating some shots. Yeah, a little bit of RPF there. That ship should be able to get the echo cap. No, it's actually going to leave. It's going to turn around and go. Who's playing this Blue Halo guy? Yeah, you really need to cap, boss. It's more important than your ship. Shuttle Swarm and Rymark's ships passing like ships. The Rymark's vessels don't realize they're up here and can see him because these can't be seen. What happened over here? Ah, yeah, YOLO Alpha Cap went the way YOLO Alpha Caps do on Yukon. It got murderized. Some fire going after the Axford here, but the 250 HE into an Axford, even not bow tanking, it doesn't really matter. Able to pretty effectively just ignore all that, yeah. Extremely effectively ignore all that. A lot of jamming coming out from the ANS team. Corbo's Force. He's actually getting RPF to smithereens. I'm not sure about the 250 tug choice, Chief. Something that's really only going to be effective versus Reigns. At this stage of the game, some rockets coming in. Rockets going out after taking down 2 sprinters. That ain't cheap. UWR keeping an eye on the top of the map. Torp's coming in. Grazer not cutting it. Flak not cutting it. There that goes. Oh, that's a lot of torpedoes. Rymark's Armada here. I think the flak might just handle all of it, actually. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There we go. A little bit of that flak action. Oh, that one's getting kind of close. No, it got downed. Well, Tug Swarm found exactly the target it wanted to fight. Low volley sized torpedo sprinters. Those torpedoes are going to come in, get chewed apart by flak. No armor, no pin aids, no even terminals. And then they can just shoot back with, oh shit, with grape. Some real bad news for the sprinter team. 250's coming in as well. These are just in huge trouble. This entire side getting dunked pretty hard. The shells are gonna come around here. Spot this nerd. Yeah, he spotted. What are they gonna do?
The enemy is securing zone Boxer.
Clonk! That's what they're gonna do. Well, that's done for. They ate a lot of rockets, really. Considering it was a sprinter that was standing still, but... Oh, there it goes. Nail's dead. OSP gonna have Bravo. Man, Echo's still uncapped. So is Alpha. We want to see this beam battleship get in there, and that's exactly what's about to happen. Sploosh. Oh, nope, it missed. Just barely, though. Sploosh. A little bit of damage to the lower beam turret. I wonder what happened there. Seems kind of like a lot of damage considering what we've seen on screen so far. Monitor's more or less fine.
The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
It's coming. Beam gonna give it to you. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the game while that's going on. ANS managed to get on Alpha. They're gonna be able to cap it. OSP might be able to swing up there. We'll see. Beamford's coming in too. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, no. A little bit of miss action there. Ah, now it's on target. Killing the nose pretty effectively. Monitors are firing full bore at this thing. Doing some good damage here. Not as much as I'd like to see, though.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
Yeah, it seems kind of low. I know Hunter has a good build. No way he forgot his FBAs at home. Might be because one of the reactors isn't short. No, it's a drive. Main bus short. There it is. Probably turned off at FBA or two. Oh man, I'm so sleepy. We've been doing these all day. Oh, and they're kind of exhausting casting them is and running them. There we go. That's the kind of beam damage I'm expecting to see. Oh, is he about to get dumpstered in the ass with rockets? No. There are rockets, however, being fired from extremely far away at this voxel group. Just kind of goofy. Maybe it was being fired at this guy? It's probably being fired at this, the broth. Some good lands, but that's still like a colossal waste. Ooh, some 450 fire going into the battleship here. It's HE, and it is going into the unplasmoed side of the vessel. It's going to be less effective than it could be. Look like it's still doing some damage. I think the 100 mil's starting to come in and do damage as well. That's my baby sir taking a lot of damage. Rimweir to Capella. He's gonna head over to Alpha and should be able to cap it here before too long. One sprinter is not gonna cut it against that little rocket swarm. OSP a little behind on points since they didn't cap their natural
The
right
enemy
at the
is
start of the
securing Zone
game.
Atlas.
Hmm. Hmm. Volkers are eating a ton of 250 fire from the voxels. And looks like they've eaten a few missiles as well. Those blast points right there. Whoa. There we go. Fingers are in the wrong spot. Can be very confusing sometimes. I only have so many hands. What is this being fired at? Ah. The nose on voxel. Which is not going to do that much damage. Most of them are going to whoosh off in the void, and those that do, just going to hurt that nose somewhat. Oh, I'm having all kinds of control problems right now. Flag killing zone AIMs there. And I also think, yeah, those torpedoes are very effective. Pretty sure the liner is structure broken now. The way that damage came in, and it is just going to start evaporating. Both teams taking a lot of losses. John Stucksworm's pretty much dead. This battleship's still fighting fit. So are these Axfords. The Axfords are in nearly perfect condition, in fact. Solomon trying to get the angle. Yeah, I'd say that's the angle. It's pretty effective. Man, being friends are having Mondo troubles. Such a fucking wild ass brawl down here. I only know where to look.
The enemy is securing Zone Comet. The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
Bonk. Oh no. Where the fuck are these going? I don't know. I have no idea. Bonk. There we go. There's one. Boss should be able to hop on a Bravo. If he gets sharked by the shuttles, it's not gonna matter. Fucking this thing manages to get up onto Charlie because all the combat ships for the ANS are on the underside of Echo. Just gonna give OSP a colossal cap lead. 4-0.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
Doesn't get much more painful than that. Only thing worse is 5-0. At least on this match. Or map, rather. Hunter and Apicall continued to, or no, it was the first time Apicall. Just sounded wrong. Continue to tear apart this monitor fleet at the back for OSP. And Prophet's taken a lot of damage. A lot of damage from those voxels. Hasn't done that much to him in return. It's certainly bruised him, certainly hurt him.
The enemy is securing zone boxer.
Not sure what to take away from this. But knows that the game's basically over at this point. Just some shuttles, most of whom don't have any munitions. And cap game. I don't know. God, I actually don't know which side went. It is basically over, but I don't know whether it's in the favor of the ANS or OSP. Because ANS just has to kill a few ships. But OSP has all these cap points. A lot of ANS's stuff is down by Echo. And this is basically combat ineffectual.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse. We are contesting zone boxer.
Probably.
The enemy is securing zone boxer.
Probably gonna just end it here. Well, no, I'll teleport you to the after action report. And we can see who wins. We're just in this, like, closing goofy phase. And I really don't feel like bouncing around watching ships do almost nothing for 20 minutes. Hello and welcome to the after action report. We have not a lot going on here. Team 1 pulled it out. Team 2 gave it up because they were just completely outmatched militarily. Could have done the cap game thing, but I guess the folks didn't really want to do that. Interesting game. I don't have a lot of comments on it. Let's go tip into the voice comms.
Monitor Swarm worked pretty well against the Sprinter Swarm.
I don't feel it did.
What? I killed all the Sprinters.
Like, that's just because all of my torps got distracted by jamming because they weren't very good. The sprinters themselves were super cheap, and like, I don't know.
Oh, I killed them. I felt good.
I felt like the monitors didn't do anything except kill bad things.
Yeah. Monitor gaming. Okay, so the monitor needs a big buff. Probably armor buff to make it so it's 250 better. Probably a speed and maneuver buff to a marginal extent.
I don't know about speed.
I would be interested in an agility buff to offset the nerf to the small yard.
Alright, and we're getting into the weeds about balance stuff related to monitors, and that's not exactly related to this test. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. On this flood music. Yeah, and I will talk to you punk-ass bitches. Because those are the only kinds of people who watch these videos. I should know. I am one. Oh, it's frying my brain, man. I've been doing this so long. Today, this might have been a mistake. We're not even halfway through my given times. Yeah, anyways. That's it. That's all. Enjoy. Have fun. Bye. See you later. Next one to come soon, probably. Discord description. Well,